everyone. Welcome to the second episode ever of Mad Girls Club TV. I'm your host, Lucy Thompson, and I'm here with my dear friend, Sandra Creamer, who is the VP of Strategy for CBX.
Yes, CBX is a branding agency in New York City. Actually, the biggest project that CBX is known for is redesigning Duane Reade in New York City. Yeah, and now the most popular product they sell is sushi down on the Wall Street location.
I've actually gotten sushi at Duane Reade before.
That's so crazy.
Well, first things first, if you could kind of describe what VP Strategy Director means.
I get to do the whole range of things. I get to help source the clients. So, for example, I knew someone who used to work at Procter & Gamble, where I worked before. He went to Sara Lee, and then he went to Western Union, and then he called me up on his first day on the job and said, hey, I would love to have your agency come in and talk to us. So we went to Denver and met with him and got a great innovation project out of it. And I do the work as well. So I'll write the proposal and then I'll manage the work. So I love it because it's kind of end to end. I not only have a vested interest in selling in a cool project, but then I get to actually work on it and deliver the end deliverable, which I really enjoy.
I know that you're most famous for the Jazzercise rebrand.
Yes.
According to our research team, Rick Barrick is quoted as saying, "It is real, raw, and empowering, which happens to be keeping up with today's trends from the show Girls to the unapologetic ads of You by Kotex," which are a personal favorite of mine, and I love Girls.
Yes, yes, we watch Girls.
Yes, so tell me a little bit about your involvement in that raw rebrand.
Yeah, Rick Barrick is the Chief Creative Officer. At CBX, and he was one of Fast Company's, like, whatever, most creative people, so I really respect him and enjoy working with him. And Jazzercise was really interesting because Judy Shepard-Massett founded the company in 1967, and the company is $100 million. It has grown every year since its inception, except for the last couple of years. Her belief was that exercise should be fun and accessible to everyone. And she came up with Jane Fonda and the aerobics craze. Richard Simmons is a contemporary of hers, and she knows him. They're friendly. Visiting the offices in Carlsbad, California, you see pictures of her with Baryshnikov and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the show The Goldbergs requested a tape of a Jazzercise video, and they had the mom do the video, and then she did a class with her daughter on another episode.
You know, obviously being in the industry for how long you have, and you know, I'm sure you've had your fair share of interviewing other girls and women for positions. From your perspective, what is the number one thing that you find lacking in certain interviews with women specifically? So
there are a couple of things that come to mind. The first thing, confidence. I'm not saying it's totally lacking, but I think that it's something that I believe that women gain over time, but when it comes across in an interview right away, that's a huge selling point. And what goes along with confidence is presence. The thinking that I have is I can't really teach someone presence. And I'm thinking ahead to would I want this person in front of a client? How do they come across? How articulate are they? How do they present themselves in an interview? Because I assume that they're trying to do their best for the interview, so what would it look like if they had a client meeting? So I think those two characteristics, confidence and presence, are the most important, at least at first, because a lot of the other skills can be taught. And it's like a movement close to my heart to help other women get ahead in the work world, because guys will walk into any situation that I've observed in my career and just start speaking as though they know what they're talking about. And this whole mantra of faking it till you make it, the men that I've worked with have that nailed. Whereas the women, and I'm not saying that I don't relate to this, because I do, but they're a lot more questioning about themselves, and they wonder out loud. And if you were a white guy in middle America, you could totally get away with doing that. But if you're a woman in a mixed crowd, it's going to make you look less confident. If you're in a meeting, you have to speak up, and you have to project your voice. And this thing that the Kardashians have on reality with a vocal fry and how they talk in that way, and it just doesn't do anything for today's young women when they speak like that. There's also attitude and eagerness and everything else, but I really feel strongly that confidence is so important.
Thanks for coming, Sandra.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
See ya.